All right, sure. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm Emmanuel. This is Link, Onchain FX and Stablecoin payments infrastructure. Global cross-border payments is still broken. 97% of annual cross-border payment volumes are carried out by businesses. Issues still exist, costing these businesses over $7.4 trillion annually. For us at Link, the most important piece is that last mile settlements are still a burden. Stable coins have achieved a level of product market fit. It's no brainer, they've done that already. We at Link, we believe that stable coins in emerging markets have a really big opportunity, and our approach in really harnessing that is really focused on FX, right? Most FX transactions with cross-border payments in this market are not settling on chain, so you have last mile still being a problem, even though USDC is highly liquid in this market. This is my team and I. We have a background in engineering and a strong product market fit to solve this problem like never before. We're backed by some of the best people. Some of them are in this room too as well. And our real mission is to bring over $805 billion of FX liquidity fully on chain. So now when you compare us to the existing solutions, if you initiated a real-time transaction for a business that's trying to move money from the US to Brazil over the weekend, everything happens on chain. So first, the business initiates probably $10,000 on Link Business. That is tokenized as USDC. USDC is swapped to BRLT, which is a Brazilian real stablecoin, right? And that is offered via PIX in partnership with, the issuer that is on the Stellar network. We also have a regulatory advantage by partnering with all these issuers in these markets, right? They're highly regulated. That we're able to fully, launch into these markets without having any compliance or regulatory issue. Thus far, very super excited to be here. We've won the Stellar Community Fund 3 times. Prior to this, we were winners of the African Bootcamp that was held. We've done over $90 million in TPV and OLV since we launched Link Business, supporting on and off-ramp companies like Transfer amongst 30 plus companies. Beans, which you guys have seen around, is one of our biggest partners, one of the biggest partners in Nigeria, where we serve, as at the time of doing this, it was 8,000, it's now 9K. And then we're also part of Token 2049's Nexus program, where they listed top 10 startups to look out for. And for today, we have a big reveal. Check out by Link. We really believe that merchant-based payments, there's a big gap that we can fill with USD and non-USD backed stable coins over the learnings with everything we've done. So first, there's multiple payment methods, so end-to-end. So rather than just having anchor-based payments, we have the local payment rails in each of these markets, powered with multi-currency stablecoins for FX swaps for real-time settlements. And then we'll also have real-time swaps that are happening with S-links, which will be actionable links. So if you are a merchant in these key markets, when you create a payment link on the Link Business platform, you can share that on Twitter, and then your customers can pay you live on Twitter, right? We're having this going live in this quarter, sometime in November. And I'll just play a quick demo so you see how it works. All right, so this is a merchant on the Link Business platform. Create a payment link. All right, fund your payments, stable coin. The merchant wants to be paid in USD, right? Creates its link, back to account. Click a preview page. So there's a customer paying with EURC, right? You can pay with euros via the other multiple payment channels. Connect.
30 seconds.
Okay, signs the transaction is almost done. And okay. Voila. So this transaction happened real time on chain. The merchant instantly gets USDC, even though the customer paid in EURC, right? And then since it's on Link Business, they can instantly off-ramp that to a US dollar bank account end to end. I guess that's just the piece here. So to get started, you can click on that link. And our tentative roadmap is to finish up our funding, get Link checkout into more distribution channels like Shopify, and then, just expand from there. Thank you so much.
So, hi everyone, my name is Braulio. I'm the CTO of Cashabroad. And Cashabroad is a platform for exporters and importers, so small, medium enterprise which make payments around 15K to 200,000K. So today, manufacturing companies in Mexico have a challenge, which is from converting from Mexican pesos to US dollars, they are losing a value between 1% to 5%, which is a lot when they are moving huge amounts of money. So I want to give you an example. In the yellow one is the spread that the banks are charging with the high spread, the highest, and this is the lowest in red. Cashabroad is in blue. So when they are moving around 1.2 million, they are losing around 50K, which is a 4 persons year salary. And in this case, with 2.6 million, they are losing around 125K. So that's around 10 complete salaries. So how it works? So it's a platform. Besides having great spreads, what you can do is have instant Mexican pesos, US dollars, and USD add funds. You can then convert it directly in the platform 24/7, and you can pay. The idea is you can pay from Mexico to the US when you are importing something, or to Europe. So you can do it with your wallet. Then you can also convert during the payment. And finally, if you want to pay your operation in pesos, you can download it to pesos or change it to pesos. You can plan. So since this company has a ERP, you can connect it here and connect your bank accounts. They normally have between 3 to 5 banks. And then you can see your transactions. You can see the recipients that you also have. And also you can get some financing. So the financing is mainly for cargo, moving cargo. When you want to import something from the US or from Asia, you can do it. So how it works? Basically, Cashabroad is connected to the ERPs of the businesses, the bank accounts, and with liquidity providers as Stellar and payment networks per country. Then with that, we can have smart recommendations, and you can pay, convert, and get cash in advance. So how big is the market? 56 trillions were moved in international trade worldwide. In Mexico alone, it's 1.2 trillion. And the two main key drivers are the Interoceanic Corridor, which is like a new Panama Channel, which is opening in Mexico, and the nearshoring opportunities of all the industry coming to the country. And our main corridor is with the US, of course. We are the main partner with them, and it's 255 billion. Europe is the second one, Japan, and then China. So we are very happy we are in the middle of the launch, so we are very happy. We are now a fully compliant Mexican entity. That took us some time. We can now on and off ramp Mexican pesos to USDC and vice versa. We provide custodial wallet for our businesses. We are completely integrated with Stellar and with some liquidity providers to make these transactions. We are right now in an aggressive pipeline to get these companies, and we have participated in conference in the south of Mexico with the businesses and with the industry in the Interoceanic Corridor. And we are happy to announce that we are also accepted in the Draper U for Stellar Embargo Accelerator program. So if you want to join a new era of trade finance, please join us and talk with us. So thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for inviting me here. It is my real pleasure to be here. I'm Andriy. I'm co-founder and CEO at Allbridge. And we, as a team, we have been building bridges for years. We launched 2 different products. We support combined more than 20 chains. And from day one, we were specifically targeting connecting EVM chains to non-EVM chains, which probably brings us here, in a way. Our team, mostly we are engineers, specializing in a number of the languages that we develop on. Now, what is interesting about the product I'm going to mention today is that this is our second bridge to Stellar. The first one, it was originally mint and burn architecture, and the second one was built on top of Soroban, utilizing the potential for smart contracts, thus leading to the possibility of not creating the asset by the bridge, but instead using the native USDC the one that is there by Circle, not the wrapped version of it. And basically what happens is that a person deposits into our liquidity pool on one chain, USDT or USDC, and receives it as a result of that transaction on Stellar in a form of native USDC. We have been looking a lot into user experience. So not only we care about native experience for stablecoins, so we don't have the liquidity fragmentation, but also we understand the problem that whenever the person is coming to a new chain for the first time, there is a problem with two things. First, finalizing the transaction, and you need gas for that. And second, even if we as a bridge finalize the transaction for you, you still end up usually, in most cases for other bridges, without non-gas to proceed with those funds. So basically, you get the money in, but you cannot do anything. So we have been working a lot. We have created a system that not only finalizes the transaction for you, but you can also select how much gas do you want to get in the end of the day. You pay for that on the original chain, and we do all the magic for you. And it works in one click. Another important thing is that, as a difference to other bridges, we are messaging protocol agnostic. If you think about it, like Portal Bridge works only on top of Wormhole, or Stargate Finance works only on top of Layer 0. We support multiple messaging protocols, which eventually leads to the fact that we can give you much broader range of the blockchains that are being used. We are also good partners and friends with Circle. We support CCTP, and this is one of the possibilities too. I would like to show you how that works. I do think it's pretty straightforward, but if you have any troubles with our interface, just let me know.
Does it play this music when you're on the website?
No. I think this is what my designer decided to do just for this pitch. So basically, yes, you select messaging protocol, you select extra gas feature, you select the layers fee, and you input what you want to transfer, and this is it. It is done. And not only we attract users to our UI, but we also provide SDK for other projects, so our tech can be used under the hood without even mentioning us, because we care about bringing liquidity to Stellar and not about users coming to our website straight away. This is actually one of the things that I will go to on the next slide. This is almost there. I think I don't have much time. So just a few metrics about us. Like, we breached on Allbridge core stablecoin breach 1.6 billion in total so far. We've been live on mainnet for quite a while. I think it is 1.7. On the previous version of the breach, it is almost 6 billion. So we know our market. We have almost 40 mil in TVL on a variety of different pools across the chains. And we have been working a lot getting users to Stellar ecosystem, which is our primary goal. And the reason why I'm here is because I'm really interested in finding other projects that can utilize the tech that we have, and we can make sure that more liquidity flows in, and it is easier for users to get onboarded and start exploring and using Stellar. And here is our Twitter.
Thank you for having us here. Just for the reference, I have this so that I don't go over 4 minutes. Should I just click on it?
Up to your chin. Yeah, just click next.
Hello everyone, this is Shivam. That was just a prompt and show because we're bringing a lot of innovations and key technologies to Stellar. So I thought a small reel would do the job. So moving on, let me start with the problem statement. So as you know, there are more than 2 billion active users on Facebook. If you talk about Visa, there are 2 million, 200 million active users daily. But when you talk about Web3, there are only 7 to 10 million active users in Web3. So there's still a long way to go. So there are new blockchain dApps and protocols which are launched every day, but they lack liquidity and users in order to survive. And 93% of all the projects in DeFi and crypto fail because of this. So it requires a huge learning curve, resource and money for users and actually developers to be a part of the fragmented DeFi ecosystem. So that's where I want to introduce a solution. So we have engineered a robust infrastructure which is designed to unify cross-chain operations. And so our actually network serves as a central hub, provides the key components for the end users and businesses, developers to thrive. So here's for the users. So like for the very first time, I would like to introduce super accounts. So it's one account, all blockchains, zero complexity. So we have completely reimagined how users can interact with fragmented DeFi ecosystem, where we give them all the different components, all the different technologies, use cases, and make it really simple for the end users to actually get involved. So here's the tech innovation that we're actually bringing into Stellar. So first of all, account abstraction. So we have to completely abstract the user journey so they don't have to go through the entire learning curve in order to be a part of DeFi. So they can log in through Gmail or any of the social media accounts, passkeys, or they can also use their existing Web3 wallet. Then the other problem you're solving is there are many EVMs and non-EVM blockchains. All of them have their own gases, addresses, and everything. So it becomes a nightmare when it comes to keys and security. So hence we've abstracted that, completely automated it. So users can one-click activate all the different blockchains that we support, and they never have to manage the keys. The keys are under their main Stellar account that we actually create when they log in. Then from there, introducing gateway straight from the bank account, 150 fiat currencies to any crypto on any blockchain. Over here, we're using Stellar fiat anchors, and we're already live integrated it as well. Then moving on, providing a unified wealth overview of a person in DeFi. I think that's very important because everybody has a lot of wallets all over the chains, but they don't really know their entire Web3 wealth, and hence giving them an interface where they can go cross-chain and do everything that they like just by being on Stellar ZKCrossDEX. Then moving on, over here we have completely imagined asset management for the end users. So now with just one click, you can create multiple multi-token portfolio across different blockchains where we've completely abstracted gas, and the entire swapping bridging is fully automated end-to-end. And you can batch in multiple tokens across multiple networks of your wallet with just one transaction. You never have to go through the entire learning curve in terms of technology. Then the next is we have automated the entire process. So just one click, we abstract gas, automate swapping, bridging, and all the different complexities of DeFi are fully automated. It is live and operational. Please go and have a look as well. So we compare ourselves with Visa and MasterCard, the way they simplified the moment of fiat back in 80s and 90s. So you as a user, you're not really aware of the financial infrastructure is there that once you tap in your card or swap your card, money comes out from your bank account, goes to the seller account, merchant account, and the entire process is fully automated. So that's the kind of automation we've already introduced into Stellar. Yes. So actually, security plays a very important role in our mission. So we have, we operate as a fully non-custodial, decentralized ecosystem, and we use MPC to protect the end user keys as well. So without further ado, let's watch a demo. So we are going from Polygon to Stellar. So once you log in, you actually select your token. You have all the different fiat currencies already integrated. This was phase one. I mean, now we have integrated a lot more. So we have Stellar, Polygon, BSC already integrated. Let's say we're going from Pol on Polygon, and we're going to USDC on Stellar. So once you connect your wallets, you can actually connect any of the EVM wallets that exist. Then one click, and we automate the entire process. So there is no minimum amount, so you can even transact cents if you would like to. So just one approval, and now in the back end, what is happening is we're locking Pol on Polygon, and the equivalent amount of assets will be released on Stellar side. And we've taken the complication out, so the first transaction already went through, second transaction went through. Takes generally between 30 second-ish for it to happen. So it's actually that easy to bring in liquidity into Stellar without any complications. Yeah, awesome.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here. First of all, thanks to Stellar to host this amazing event. I hope that you guys are enjoying this week in London. I'm Fabio Toffani from Head of Sales at Pelago. Today, I'm going to present our supply chain financing platform. So our mission is pretty clear and simple. We are leveraging the supply chain industry global by creating and expanding the access to on-chain credit to support small and medium suppliers around the world. So here is just a little bit of our partnerships and background. Once again, thanks to Stellar. They are supporting us from the day one. Our background is from payment and import-export business. Yeah, our platform is 100% customizable. For this case, I am here to launch the world's first deep-in hardware financing case. We close a partnership with Huma as a creditor, and also with Roam, which is a company doing. They are building a decentralized Wi-Fi roaming. Here I put some examples we are using today. I'm going to explain about Wi-Fi routers, but definitely we can use the same structure for maps. As everyone knows, Hive Mapper, they are building the same idea, but for maps, and also render for GPUs. Yeah, as you guys probably knows, it's very costly and also complex to build and also to maintain physical infrastructure network. One good example is the telecoms around the world. They're still suffering to keep their business running. I'm based in Canada. 2 weeks ago, we got a news in Canada. The big four in Canada, they are suffering because the cost of users it's getting high, and they don't have tools to manage it. Just a number, just a random number for Wi-Fi. We have now 600 million guests Wi-Fi around the world, assuming $100 for each router. If you want to build your own physical network, structure network, you need to spend $60 billion, and plus always updating the new technologies. Yes, as I mentioned before, today I'm going to present focus in one deep-in hardware financing program. We are leveraging the global physical infrastructure network by bringing the buy now, pay later, which is a very common term. But here we can do buy now, pay never. I'm going to explain it later. So here we have four roles in our platform. Pelago, which are the platform, Huma as a creditor, Roam as a buyer, and Marketing126 as a supplier of the routers. We call WWWW, which means win-win situation. So that's why it's a win-win-win-win situation. For the end users, the Roam's end users, they can have a new WILD generator, and also they can use the buy now, pay never. Basically, the rewards generated from their routers, they can use this money, these funds, to pay the financing. From the Roam, it's more revenue and also reduce the friction to onboard new users. From the Huma side, no default and new pool to allocate capital. And from the Marketing126, the supplier, they can have more access to credit and also increase their revenue. Yes, we have a video. Yeah, nice. Okay. Yeah. So the end users using the human financing, and then the platform. The first role is the Roam. They are submitting the invoice, and then Marketing126, the supplier, they need to sign off and agree with the invoice, approve the invoice. After that, Marketing126 will submit asking for a loan. Oh, it's the old video. Okay. Marketing126, yeah. And now Huma is gonna offer the loan, review and offer the loan. Yeah.
Fabio, I'm gonna have to cut you off.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here to share Balanced with you all. So picture this: Balanced is bringing to Stellar cross-chain swaps and loans, focusing on a native experience and across several chains and 7 different languages. And have that switched? Yep. Okay, so Balance started its life in 2021, led by its founding members and a DAO of that's been active weekly ever since its creation. These worked to create the core foundation of the project, and at the start of this year, it was enshrined by the Icon Network. For those who aren't familiar, the ICO network is focused on interoperability and primarily its general message passing standard. Balanced was enshrined as a major use case of this standard, and in return, ICON has provided continual support with the development and also a percentage of its network emissions to act as growing network-owned liquidity for their cross-chain pools. So, what does it provide? On the cross-chain space today, we find that cross-chain liquidity is fragmented and the native options for going cross-chain are scarce. What Balance provides is a place to go where you will find a hub and spoke model with all the core contracts and liquidity in the hub, and then spokes around the outside which are able to transact their native assets directly to the spokes of other chains to get their native assets. Here you'll see the loan UI. So you'll see that a loan can be taken on balance in a range of different assets, and this will be provided in BNUSD or balance dollars. The balance can be minted to any of the connected chains. It can be bridged freely between the connected chains, and BNUSD can also be provided to the rewards section at the below there for 15% APR. Here we will also go through the swaps, liquidity and bridging section, and then onwards to participating in Balance DAO. Is that stopped? There we go. Okay, so where do we sit in the cross-chain space? So if we, well, as we look at the cross-chain space, we are looking at other products that are in this native-focused environment, and we tend to look towards ThorSwap. So ThorSwap is generally focused on the EVM space, and as we can see, has a much greater market share than we do at this stage. One that we hope to continually close the gap on with expansion and wise investment in liquidity. So, upon launching on Stellar, which we expect later this month or next month, we will be live across 10 chains. This will surpass ThorSwap in that respect. And in addition, we also have been ensuring that we are able to launch in parallel across various blockchain languages. So currently we are able to launch on 7 different languages, our most recent, of course, being Soroban. What we would like to do is welcome everyone in Stellar to join us on this cross-chain journey. Here, the selection of the chains you can access. We are looking to reach out to any ecosystem projects who are concentrate on DeFi, to seed BNUSD liquidity, and also to create sinks for BNUSD to be spent in the ecosystem. And yes, we look forward to creating a more connected Stellar together.
Hello everyone, my name is Mariano Morales. I'm a co-founder of Anclap. Thank you for the previous team that let me practice my English. It's a pleasure to be able to be here in my 6th Meridian. And this time to share the details about Anclap and how we are doing to improve and trying to get better interoperability in the network. So basically, we are a company that is fully interoperable. We use all the SEPs, so you can use SEP24, SEP6, SEP12. For the non-technicals, that is a protocol, the API that allows the companies to build on top of Stellar. We have the necessity of be in the country that they want to operate. So basically, the problem is right now the interoperability in the banks and the blockchain is broken. Basically, you need to use one app to go on chain, and if you go to another country, you need another app to go off chain and download and get the money for daily use. So basically, that is the problem that the anchors try to attack and solve. So the solution, basically, we are full compliant with the SEPs. We offer all the interoperability, and we connect directly the bank for each of the countries we operate, Argentina, Peru, and Colombia, directly to the network. So basically, you can build an app, and you can allow the user to withdraw and deposit directly into the app using our services. Basically, the user benefits are they no have the necessity to think in crypto. Maybe they only use the Argentinian pesos and the USDC for transport, but they don't need to think about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and another blockchains. So basically, this is the list of the major benefits we offer for the companies that want to use our service. The financial efficiency. Basically, you don't need to start a company in every country you want to operate. The interoperability. One time you connected with us, you can connect to any other anchor in the world. That is very important because this is the key for the Stellar success. So you can expand your business across the world using the different anchors. It's basically secure and scalable. We don't touch the money. We only receive and send the tokens. It's a non-custodian process. It takes seconds only. And we are taken care, and we are fully compliant, and we have the KYC and AML process in every country. You don't need to worry about that. So these are our metrics for now. In the first quarter of 24, Visa says that $1.2 trillion is operated only for payments in different networks. Anclap is taking a little part of this with these numbers. In Argentina, we have 62,000 users. Now, 6,000 are active, and every month make at least one withdrawal. In Peru, we're starting with Tala. That is a company that makes loans and offer for non-bancarized person the opportunity to get a loan. And we are starting the prepaid card business. That this is a very effort we make with RTM. And actually, the cards are working in Argentina for customers in Argentina. Okay. Basically, the opportunity is connect with anchors. Not only with Anclap, connect with any anchor. Actually, Anclap operates in Argentina, Peru, Colombia, Mexico, and we start before with Chile, but we have some problems there. We need to back up. And actually, you can use your service for on and off ramp in Argentina, on and off ramp in Peru, in Colombia, and Mexico. Okay, this is basically my co-founder, is Ivan, and we work together to build this project. And the most important thing here, is build on top of anchors. Make your idea a success with the use of anchors. Thank you very much.
Okay, brilliant. So Ripe enables you to pay. Ripe enables you to pay in crypto or particularly stablecoin wherever fiat-based QR payment systems are accepted. And so that means systems like GrabPay in Singapore, QRPH, Gcash in the Philippines, Momo in Vietnam, etc.
QR code.
So this is our application. We went live in Singapore last month.
I have sufficient.
This is accessed within a crypto wallet, just in the dApp browser.
Send it.
The transaction is completed in the crypto wallet. And this vending machine receives local currency, SGD. And it works.
I like it.
Okay, brilliant. So I think essentially Ripe is analogous to crypto-backed credit cards like Gnosis Pay, Rain, Cast, but with QR payment financial rails. And so in a lot of parts of the world, credit cards just aren't accepted. So in Southeast Asia, the majority of the population is unbanked. If you go outside of a tier 1 city, your credit cards are not accepted. But Momo or Gcash or GrabPay, et cetera, these are. And so this is the sort of predominant financial rail in those parts of the world. So this is just a little bit what our sort of UX flow looks like. You basically access our application in the context of a wallet's dApp browser. You scan a QR, enter the denomination in local currency that you want to pay. We're live on multi-chain and so on. This is actually shown in the context of Phantom, but obviously Stellar is perfect. Fast finality, low gas. We want to be wherever sort of good payments utility is capable. And again, sort of multi-token, in this case USDC. The transaction is completed in the wallet, and then you get a receipt, sometimes in the user flow. In the Philippines, for instance, the individual will show like a local currency receipt to a vendor in order to sort of verify the transaction. So last month, we were in Singapore and Philippines doing a product showcase during Token, and it was good. A lot of people sort of used our application. We had sort of certain wallet partnerships there. And next week we're going to be, well actually in several weeks we're going to be in Thailand next month doing a partnership with Circle. For them, we're actually going to be providing a kind of SDK for their programmable wallets, their wallet as a service offering. And so for us, I guess distribution is sort of multifold. We want to be available in the context of crypto wallets. You'd enable the RIPE dApp in the dApp browser in any sort of major crypto wallet, but also working with companies like Portal, Circle, Fireblocks, and sort of using them as channel partners for our sort of QR scanning and off-ramping functionality to provide that to their customers. And so the way RIPE works is we have local banking partnerships in all of the countries that we operate. We have a stablecoin account, our own personal accounts that users will send the stablecoins to. We verify on-chain and then sort of indicate the sort of correct wallet address and have our local banking partners disperse in local currency in the correct denomination to the vendor all in real time. So we're based in Southeast Asia, obviously in Singapore and Manila. We're led by my partner, Chuck Lamb, who has a PhD from Stanford, myself a graduate degree from Oxford. I have a background in sort of UX and design. My partner, he's had sort of multiple exits, one in the blockchain sort of space. And so we're sort of interested in more partnerships with fintechs, banking partners across not just Southeast Asia, but I think also thinking about LATAM as sort of like additional markets. And would love to sort of talk with anyone who is interested. Thanks very much.
I'm Jeronimo, and together with Julian, we're Nobak, and we're here trying to enhance the community by simplifying and securing access to the community for those with little or no crypto experience. But we're not talking entirely about the whole ecosystem that we're building around Nobak. What we're trying to do here is actually present our recovery hub, which has been focused in implementing Stellar SEP30 and making it available for all developers and organizations trying to integrate delegated recovery services. So as we all know, one of the biggest challenges we have with non-custodian wallets is users losing access to their accounts by losing devices or actually forgotten credentials. And currently, the primary recovery method that we have is seed phrases that are usually difficult to manage and that pose security risks. So if users lose these seed phrases, they actually could lose access to their funds permanently. Of course, this creates strong usability concerns. On the development side, instead, implementing Stellar SEP30 is usually a complex and time-requiring activity. So what we aim for is actually our solution. What provides it's a solution for both developers and user problems. On the user side, we actually propose a solution that eliminates the need for seed phrases by offering delegated recovery. And in this way, we actually we can help the users by giving by allowing them to assign trusted signers that help them recover their accounts in case of lost access. On the development side, we're offering SDKs that have been designed and built for quick SEP30 integration, which reduces the development timeline from months to days and cutting down costs to only a fraction of what was previously needed. Our SDK can actually be implemented in somewhere in between 8 to 10 hours. Okay, I forgot to move forward with the slides, but I have a short video where we are gonna present a short demo that shows how it works. We sign into the recovery hub by tapping on the security button. We then start the verification process for both email and phone number. Once we got our recovery method set, we actually start selecting which servers we want to grant access to. And we finally select the servers by signing SEP10. And in that way, we actually managed to successfully set up the recovery account on only 7 steps. The idea behind this is actually improving the user experience, making it easier to recover their accounts whenever they lose access. There's a strong cost reduction in implementing SEP30. And of course, we also heighten transparency because of the way we actually show where the secret passwords are being stored. If you're planning to integrate any delegated security service to your wallets, go ahead, contact us, and I think we can definitely help you guys.
Okay, hello everyone. This is Jackie, co-founder of Border Dollar, and I'm based in Singapore. Yay! Singapore represent. Okay, I realize no one else, is from like the Asian area. So what we do is we provide accessible finance to SMEs in Asia, and the problem is kind of bad over in Asia, or rather for SMEs in general. 56% of what you call the trade finance gap is happens when an SME that's doing trade, being import or export, they go to a bank and say, hey, we need money because shipment of goods takes anywhere between 14 to 90 days. Okay, wait, 14 to 30 days, sorry. And the banks were like, no, right? Because SMEs have poor cash flow and, they just can't wait, right? While the goods are in transit, they don't get paid by the importers. So this results in what you call the finance gap. What they do is they go up to financiers or like not illegal, but just very unfavorable lenders, right? And they get charged an arm and a leg, thereby wiping out any revenue or profits that they have. So what we do at Border Dollar is that we provide a platform that connects financing opportunities. There's SMEs, we work with them and we put it up on the platform, and then folks who can finance, right? They can provide it's essentially a crowdfunding platform, right, for these financing opportunities. So how it looks like, oh, by the way, so the SME financing space is relatively competitive. Like you look at anywhere between 14 to 22% APR. This is in Asia. When you talk about financing opportunities all the way in like Africa, it can go up to like 36% APR. So platform looks like this. I don't have an interactive demo, but the idea is that you browse all the different opportunities with their listed APRs, and then you click on it, and then you can choose to fund how much ever you want out of it. So the tenures are relatively short, between 30 to 90 days. That's usually the length. So very short lockup periods. How we make money is that we take a spread out of the interest that comes in, right? So principal plus interest. No, principal plus interest gets paid, and then we take a bit out of it. The trade financing space is pretty huge. It's growing annually at 9.6%, right? In Asia alone, we anticipate our GTV to be at 5 billion, right? That's pretty big. That's cool. So to date, what we do well is that we work with government level entities, right? What you see here is PSA, Port Singapore Authority, one of the largest port operators in the world. We're also in talks with working with other logistic companies. And the reason why we do that is because we use logistic companies as our go-to market, meaning we work with their clients. We take trade data as one of the things we do in credit scoring. To date, unofficially, these guys have very, 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 very low default rates, making the financing relatively safe. We're also recognized as one of the smart supply chain players in the region. You can see that's kind of like the ecosystem map that the Ministry of Port Authority has set up. Exciting things ahead for Border Dollar. So on top of the financing, we're also looking into working with maritime players to issue stablecoins, thereby creating the very first maritime stablecoin to fund things like ship suppliers and also crew payroll that tend to spend across many countries, especially the Philippines. So this is my team and I. We have a combined total of like 50 over years of experience in DeFi, FinTech, AI, and trade finance. And so everyone, let's make ship happen. If this is something that interests you, you can look me up on the app or LinkedIn or wherever. My email's here, my Discord handle. So yeah, thanks.
Hi everyone. Great, so great to see you. And this is less of a pitch and more of a just update of what we've been up to and what we're going to be doing over the next couple of years. So we've been focused on providing rewards wallets, branded Stellar wallets, which can be used by organizations for typically around some form of incentivization and communities. So we launched with Circular Agro, who I'll go into detail in a sec, and then using this rewards tech with a few for-profit businesses as well, and from this, especially our relationship with Circular Agro, we've got a couple of DeFi opportunities that we're going to be developing over the coming couple of years. So first with Circular Agro, what we're doing is we're trying to incentivize the switch to sustainable farming, specifically with coffee farmers in South America. We've got a pilot that started with 1,000 families, so it's working with the families around the farms. And with this, we can expand, we can grow to 100,000 in South America, and there's possibilities of increasing that by getting into different countries. So Circular Agro, the team behind it are they're a coffee family, I suppose, from Colombia, who own a lot of farmlands, are in the coffee industry for many years, and have a lot of retail coffee businesses throughout the States. So, we've started with the pilot. It looks really interesting. And from those discussions, we've got a couple of interesting new projects ahead. So one is that farmers are taking loans at rates of 60% interest or more. And we want to see if we can introduce a DeFi system that means that even though they represent a high risk when it comes to providing loans, because we have on-the-ground operations, there may be a way of providing loans at, say, down to a 20% mark, which would be a massive improvement for them. We've also got some interesting RWA opportunities. There are coffee farms that we're looking to see if we could produce a fractionalized ownership model, with the dividend payout being part of the revenue that comes from farmlands, but from the farming operation. But also to look at that by having a carbon neutral or carbon sequestering operation in the farm, you could provide a carbon offset dividend to investors as well. So it's something that we're looking at the moment. And then finally, carbon sequestration with the farmers, switching to biochar production, sequestering carbon. With that, this is something which is already happening, but the area here that I find really interesting is create a futures market, so you can use to scale and expand the operations and to be selling future offsets to companies. With all of this, of course, there's loads of regulations. There's There's complications when it comes to making sure your smart contract design is absolutely robust. And that for me is a big area that we need help in the Stellar community. So lots of opportunities that we have. We've got some really interesting contacts with people that have access to the communities that we could build great projects with. But we do need support and help when it comes to things like robustness of Soroban and making sure that we provide really high quality products to the market. So please get in touch with me. I hope you have a great conference, and thanks for taking the time to listen. Thank you.